It usually means that for about 8 to 10 weeks out of the year, we're kind of walking around town with our heads on swivels, because Churchill is directly on the polar bears migration route as they head out onto the Hudson Bay, and the Hudson Bay coast around Churchill is usually the first place that the ice forms. So that whole area is a reason why there are a crazy amount of polar bears there, and somebody decided to put a human town right in the middle of it. So it definitely has its challenges, but it's so much more rewarding. We're so used to having them around, and there's so many safety protocols in place, so we can certainly enjoy them at a distance or from our vehicles and things like that. But you obviously need to be careful for a good part of the fall to always make sure that there's nothing waiting for you around the corner or sneaking up behind you or anything.
Has that ever happened where someone's like walking home from the bar and gets mauled by a polar bear?
There was one recently about it's got to be 8 years ago now. Yeah, 2013. There was a group of people walking home from a Halloween party, and they stumbled upon a young adult bear, and they just spooked it enough that it went charging after them. And so it caught one girl and started kind of really mashing her. Then there was a fella who actually, he lived right by where this was happening, 69-year-old fella at the time, Billy Ayotte, and he opened the door, saw what was happening, grabbed the closest thing to him, which was a shovel, and he went out and smacked the bear over the head with a shovel, and he ended up getting mauled, but thankfully and miraculously, both of them survived, and yeah, they're both still kicking, both still living in church. So I'm lucky enough to work with a group called Frontiers North Adventures who runs the Tundra buggies, and I do logistical stuff for them, and a lot of bus driving and doing some tours and things like that. And was able to get out on one of our last Tundra buggies of the year and got to take some cool pictures and videos. And we had bears coming right up to us and checking us out. It was incredible. It's always incredible to see that sort of thing. It's pretty much from the 1st of October until the middle of November. But I always tell people the best time to come is Halloween, because it's pretty much peak time, and there's always lots of interesting things going on in Churchill around Halloween with the trick-or-treaters and things like that, and having a polar bear patrol for Halloween to make sure that the kids are safe, and because there's always lots of bears around Halloween. So Halloween is when I would aim for.